Good morning. Happy Friday. So I wanted to come on. I don't know if you can see my kittens yet. Come here. Come here. All right, maybe not. They'll have their little snack and then maybe I can show how big they've gotten in the last 5 months. They came to us like just a handful, and we found them in a wood pile at a cousin's house that the mama was killed, and I thought it was 2 kittens. It turned out to be 3 kittens, and we kept them together, and now they're more like cats. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, Phoebe. Anyway, I almost went in my tea too. I am not the director yet, but I am working on being better at all sorts of things. Brings me up to Friday. So on Fridays, what I start to do is think about what I need to do in the coming week that is going to, you want my tea? I want to, come here. I'll do it this way. Come here, baby kitten. Come here. Oh, I got one. This is a silly one. This is my Georgie. Actually, George. Hey, wait. And that's my Phoebe. And anyway, so Fridays. It is a day for me to think about, or start to think about for the week, what I'm going to change, or what I did well. Come here, Phoebe. Come here. And this is Phoebe. And they're so adorable. Oh my gosh. I wake up to the 3 of them on my bed. I'm so lucky. Anyway, so I ask my clients, many times it's just as simple as, what did you do 1% better last week or this week, right? What were you working on? At the beginning of the week, you think about your goals. You think about what it is that you want to change. And towards the end of the week, you kind of check in. Did you do it? If you didn't, then you know why. Because many people are like, well, I fasted, but then they went out to dinner, they did this, they did that, they had that extra drink, they da-da. And all of a sudden, at the end of the week, they go, well, I guess it makes sense, And it is just the 1% better. So if you don't go in that direction, either you stay the same or you don't stay the same. And I mean, right now, in the world that we're in, there's so much going on. I have a client, I don't know if I said this in a video before. She's a nurse, I don't think I have. And she lives in the middle of the country. She works in a nursing home, and since COVID started, they basically closed down family to see the patients there and the people living there. And everybody there gained at least 60 pounds from the food that the hospitals or places, nursing homes, are feeding their people. And we were talking about food and sugar and how important it is to learn about this stuff. And to me, that was one big piece, was learning about, from the documentaries, from understanding some of the research, from looking into just the benefits of real food. And that was a huge piece of learning. Then I understood that intermittent fasting was a big piece too. And to me, I think that it's not, if you use it like a diet, it's not going to work for you, because you can't start it and stop it. It's basically just a way of life. You say to yourself each day, well, I'm not going to start eating until 12 or 1 or whatever that window is. And again, so many people say, well, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't. It works as long as you do it. When you stop, it doesn't work anymore. And then it goes the other way. Same thing with fitness, right? I mean, when I was 40 and I was about 50 pounds overweight and miserable and depressed and drinking too much and trying to stop smoking and everything else. And it was one of those moments I was going definitely in the 1% downhill, different direction. And I woke up. Something about it, standing there in the airport, I saw a woman who was 20 plus years older than me, and she just looked fit. She looked happy. She looked put together. And I knew I was, the lean cuisines and the diet pills and all the other crap, the beating myself up for it. Well, I am eating this non-fat crap, until I realized, what do you mean ingredients on the back of it? And what are these things? One of the first times that I actually started looking at the ingredients, I'll never forget, I was standing in a bagel store. My son has a science project. He was in 5th grade at the time, and he grabbed a Yoo-hoo or Nestle Quick, chocolate, whatever. And I had just read something, heard something, watched something, and I flipped it over, and my eyes went right to cellulose. I'm like, paper pulp? My kid's drinking paper pulp. And it hit me, he had a science project, and I said to him, wouldn't it be cool if we could take some food that we have been eating and just kind of do the homework and research what it is we're actually eating? So then we started going everywhere, finding food, and then just like, going to the grocery store, flipping it over. He started looking, I started, and, it was one of those things where for myself, it was an education. I learned. And then another documentary, another book, another this. So my goal for everybody and for myself this week, for myself, was to learn something new every day. And I posted a little bit in writing about that. And so I wanted to just kind of stop in, also talk about Pay It Forward Friday. Along with kind of taking the time to evaluate, my kitten's back, and ask my clients to do the same. And taking the time to learn stuff new, paying it forward to me on a Friday. It's just, I don't know, it should be every day. And I try. I think it's important, even in my heart, what I try to say and teach to my clients, or even on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and I'm trying. And, I feel like I'm paying it forward. I feel like I'm helping. So I think we all kind of need to be reminded of that. And so on Fridays, I like to kind of think about it, talk about it, post about it, mention it to my clients. And today happens to be the World Kindness Day, November 13th. And it's interesting because I didn't know. First thing this morning, I'm scrolling around. I promised myself I was not going to be looking at news. I used to not do that, and now I find myself waking up and flipping through, which will stop now that I've said it. I've said it to a bunch of people. I need to stop. I need that time to be mine, not news. Anyway, my point was, this morning I went on, and it was nice to see that it was this day. And one of the first links that came down on Google was randomactsofkindness.org. It was interesting because I had been to this place like one other time months ago. It was like at the beginning of COVID. People were totally freaked out. I was totally freaked out. Everybody's doing something for someone. We're all trying to get through it, and we're all being kind of told to, come together and do it, and they had such great ideas. They had such great just thoughts and, things to say or do with your kids, ways to be a better neighbor, And so I wanted to post that in here and mention it. And I think that's about it of my rant for Friday. I hope that you have a great weekend. I'm going to spend my weekend painting and working on. I'm excited because I got 1 and then 3 and then now I have 5, 6 in total step stools to paint, and this has kind of been my side hobby. Well, initially it started as a hobby years and years ago when my kids were little, and my daughter had she was newborn, and I painted the nursery as the same as the crib and bedding, and I painted her a table and chair set. And eBay was new at the time, and so it was suggested to me to put it on eBay and see what happened. So I put it on eBay. It sold the same day. I realized I priced it super low, but it gave me a chance to realize, oh crap, there's something here. So I posted back on. I said, hey, I'm an artist. I was an art teacher on maternity leave with my 2 kids, and I said, I can do any design, just send it to me. And that's what started to happen. And so I went from table and chairs to step stools to toy chests, fan blades, door knobs for drawers, place sets. I mean, it was. I at the time I lived up in Massachusetts, and I was asked to do the playroom in the local Westfield Library, which was cool. So I kind of even forgot about I did that. Like feels like decades ago. But that's what was going on at the time, and I was growing it as an online business. And then 2008, I guess, at that time when the economy took a crap, it was like, well, not everybody's going to be doing hand-painted furniture. And then there was hand-painted furniture everywhere. And for myself, life changed. I got it, went in a different direction and worked somewhere else, and that kind of came to the side. But for myself, I loved the creative part, and I loved the idea of one being an art teacher who was able to paint furniture for children or an environment for children that was just creative, fun, unique, different. And so I came across my CD of photos from back then, and I said, you know what, I'm going to try to put it on eBay or make it into a shop on Facebook, or put it on my website. And I've gotten some interest from it. So it gives me a chance to kind of actually have a hobby too. And I want that, I kind of like the idea of something new that kind of challenges me again, because like art and art, fitness, anything, right? It's just doing it over and over again, and you'll get better at it. So for me, it's been a while, so it's been intimidating, and now I get to sit there and put earbuds on this weekend and paint and do what I want to do. So I hope that everybody has a great weekend. I hope you have, tomorrow will be Saturday stretch, which again I think is super important. Another element that I teach my clients and is an important piece of my week, my day. So I hope you have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.